Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video and welcome back to part 4 of our EA Sports WRC Let's Play. Yes, we're back this weekend, hopefully returning to the Junior WRC World Championship. Yes, we are. We are back in Croatia. Of course, if you missed out on the last video from this series that went live a few days ago with the Audi hospitality event, it was chaos. Group B cars are just still incredibly difficult to drive on this game, especially something like the Quattro on a rainy, loose surface rally. But yeah, today though, we head to Croatia, one of my favourite rallies on the entire game. Of course, obviously, maxed out difficulty, hardcore damage model as well. But I'm feeling pretty good for this one. Hopefully, we can try and get a good result. If we quickly take a look, though, at everything else going on, we have already successfully completed 2 of the 4 hospitality events we need this season. We still need to try and finish 5th or higher in the JWRC, which we are currently doing. Personally, I'm aiming for the World Championship, and then also we need to try and score 55 points in the F2 Front-Wheel Drive Championship of the Front-Wheel Drive Masters Trophy, which I believe we've already missed at least one round of at the moment. So yeah, we are slowly picking up some of the objectives I need. Of course, we finished 4th in our JWRC debut in Sweden a few episodes ago, but I'm hoping today at the very least we can get on the podium. Get yourself subscribed if you're new. Before I forget, we're trying to hit 4K subs on the channel at the moment, and yeah, let's do this thing.
Hello, I'm Molly Pettit and welcome to round 2 of the FIA World Rally Championship. Thank you for joining us here today for the wonderful combination of stunning scenery and treacherous asphalt that will be the backdrop for this thrilling edition of the Championship, Rally Croatia. The weather looks like it won't cause any significant issues for the drivers, with manageable and predictable conditions ahead, allowing them to focus on the stages before them. Let's take a glance at the standings before proceedings begin. It's a new round and a new opportunity for many of the crews to rise in the championship standings. The current targets at the top of the table are Jurgensen, Gill and Dominguez. Every team will be readying themselves for what may prove to be a tough event, and the threat of DNFs and retirements always remains.
Well, here we are then in Croatia, and of course, luckily now there is the chance of changeable weather. This season looks like though we've got 4 dry stages ahead of us. I can't remember if I discussed this in Sweden as well. I thought always that these rallies used to be 5 stages long. Am I just misremembering? I don't think I've changed it at all. And you can see all of the rallies, or all of the separate events this season are already 4 stages. So a little bit weird. I've already just spoke to Keith. I don't know why he's still chatting in the background. But yeah, 1 set of softs, 1 set of mediums then. Do we have a service before stage 4? I can't quite remember. Let's just double check, make sure I know everything going on. Yes, we do. So we'll use softs through 1. We'll use the shakedown set. Then we'll go mediums 2 and 3. And then the fresh set of softs ready for stage number 4 then. But yeah, I enjoy this road. It is a good fun one. Been a little while though since I drove the JWRC car. Of course, obviously we got busy with the La Maestro's DLC as well. But hopefully, yeah, we can get our championship aspirations back on track this weekend. I'm hoping, obviously, we can just kind of, well, in the ideal world, dominate the JWRC championship and finally win one of the junior categories on this game. But yeah, obviously the goal is just get to WRC2 next season. Hopefully we'll smash through that as well, obviously before we head up into the big leagues. You know, as I've mentioned before though, kind of I think once we've won the World Rally Championship, then that will kind of be me done with career mode on this game. Ultimately, they haven't really done enough with it still. That kind of after I completed it, I'm going to want to do a lot more with it. But obviously, if we get like a new game this year or something like that, all can change. Shakedown run done. 44.5 seconds. That was pretty clean and tidy. Car feels good. That's reassuring. So let's get straight into stage number 1.
The nerves have settled for these two as they get ready to put themselves and their car to the test on the first stage of the rally.
Well, Jurgensen then looking very, very fast. Of course, we saw he was rapid last time out as well. So we can hear some of the fans clapping in the background. Normally, I'm used to kind of more cheers and, well, in my case, boos, I would have thought. Anyone that comes around to my Twitch streams will know that. Nice, and away we go, though. Let's do this thing. hopefully we can get a nice, clean, tidy run on the board. Yeah, like I said, you know, I love this rally. It is one of my favourites in the game. So not only do I want to do well, but I want to try and go fastest of anybody right the way through, if I possibly can. Make our way then. So you've got to still be careful with the front locking. Definitely, it seems like it's a little bit more of an issue with this car than the old one inside this game. Maybe I'm just forgetting how the old JWRC car used to handle. But yeah, definitely. I mean, through some of those corners, she likes to understeer just a little bit. As a second up then through the first split, you can see Jurgensen, Gill, and Dominguez, of course, the three ahead of me in the championship. All are going to be right there throughout this event as well, so there will be no room for error or anything like that. We'll have to keep it clean and tidy through all of these switchback hills. But of course, the great thing now by doing career mode on this game is through a lot of the rallies, I know roughly where I'm going throughout most of it. Not always, but through most of it. Oh, come on. Definitely got some torque though, which is good. So I think, honestly, yeah, slightly lower gear though, just keep it a bit more composed. It's probably going to be the way to go. But, you know, do we kind of push and, you know, try and build up a buffer for when I inevitably make an error? Or do we just try and keep it a bit tidier? I think we've probably got to try and keep it tidier. But already, yeah, just opening up a little bit of a lead early on. You know, we've got to try and build up that buffer as best as I can. So, already just getting a little bit of movement. The car, it definitely feels kind of more on edge than the old rally car, a bit more dynamic, which is good fun as well. It feels like a little bit more of a handful, which I think is quite nice, to be honest, inside this game. Oh no! Yep, that seems about right. Luckily, only a very, very light speed accident there, or slow speed, I should say, not light speed, with the signpost there, and by the time we get around to the... Oh no! Oh, we were lucky we skimmed that tree on the way in. Oh no! Come on, don't fall off. That was bad. Well, we were still up by the end of that last sector, but we certainly won't be now. Immediately, it hasn't taken me long before I've started making some errors here, so definitely that'll hopefully knock my confidence back in check a little bit more. Yeah, this first stage though, one of the longer ones actually on this rally. It's only a middle length stage here in Croatia. It would be nice if they threw in more of the long stages into the game as well, but yeah, I think we'll kind of have to rely on online for that kind of thing. Hello. Nice and easy. What's the damage? How far back are we now from leader? We are probably going to be a good 2-3 seconds away. Yeah, 2 seconds off. Still not bad. We're still ahead of Gil and Dominguez, despite my little bit of exploration. It feels like it's been a long time since I've done Croatia on this game. Like a very, very long time. Like, I still know roughly where the road goes and everything. But yeah, definitely not quite the same as I used to. This was probably the first rally on this game where I really felt properly confident throughout. So it's a bit of a shame that maybe that has left me now, but we'll wait and see. Come on, nice and easy. Are we bringing that gap down? I think we are, so it's still definitely looking close. 0.4 seconds we're down to. Again, I'm now just trying to take a bit less risk through some of these sections. I just get that little bit more understeer sometimes out of the front. It's definitely, I think, quicker than the old car, but yeah, definitely in a few places can feel a bit more wild, a bit more, or a bit less predictable, I should say. But we're almost at the top of the hill then. See, sometimes the brakes work fantastically, and other times you feel like you just pinch them. It's really odd. We are just slowly bringing that gap back down. This one I don't believe is actually a 1. Oh, it's still a little bit tighter than I remembered. Got the gap now under a second then. Yeah, it looks like obviously you've got to try and still learn all the new names. this season, but it is nice to have some different faces inside the game as well. Oh, come on. Oh, a little bit of understeer. No. Oh, come on. I mean, that could have gone worse. Should have gone better. Considering I wanted to be fastest in stage 1, this has been a bit of a really sloppy run in the end. Oh, there you go. Try and kick the back end in a little bit more. What's the gap then with 1 sector to go? Are we still in the ballpark? Really try and trim as much of that corner as we can. 4 seconds back, so we're still in P2. Oh. But yeah, this has been a really, really sloppy run. Luckily, obviously, we've got a service. We can get a bit of the damage sorted out. Come on. Stay out the gullies. Easy. I'll try and open up that a little bit more, and then there's a couple of horrible bits just up through here in the last few corners. Like that sign. Oh, we're still definitely going to be there or thereabouts. As long as I don't lock up. That corner's horrible. Just the weight comes off the front right when you need it. But in towards the final couple of corners then. It is going to be... not Dominguez, sorry. Oh, no. Oh, almost lost it there. 2 seconds back, though, after stage 1. So we're still very, very close in the end. But, yeah, we could have easily had a bit of a buffer at the end of stage 1 there. Let's take a look at our overall.
This pairing have really started off on the right foot and have put themselves in an ideal position on this opening stage. With the right momentum, we may see them take this competition for their own.
Well, there we go, Jurgensen then 2 seconds clear at the end of stage 1, but we had a further 3 back to Gil in P3 there. Looks like it's quite a spread out event so far. As Al Rawahi struggling towards the rear of the field. How do you lose 41 seconds on that stage? We've got a couple of the scary stages up next then. An 8, just under a 9-kilometre blast backwards and forwards before we head into the second and final service. So let's just see if we can set some good times. At least obviously we've got Jurgensen going out there before me. But obviously, yeah, if we get ahead of him in the championship, then we won't have that luxury anymore. So it's going to be a tricky one, kind of to balance that, judge that as we go through the season. But obviously, I'd rather have the points advantage than be trying to chase him on every single rally there, as that was a little bit wild and ragged. And looks like I'm continuing that theme on through the next couple of corners as well. It's a very, very fast flowing road. The curves as well, always going to hamper you. Obviously, you've got all the hairpins on one side of this, but the rest of it is a little bit cleaner. I think we're going right down to the end, but I could be wrong. This was always a stage that we used to be very, very good on then, if it is. But I don't know for sure. Oh, this corner's evil. I just don't think it tightens up as much as it does on the way in. But luckily I remembered this time, which is always good. Easy. A bit sketchy, but yeah, despite the errors though, pretty much going to be even with Jurgensen through split 1. How is that solid? Like, have you ever seen those on the road? Like, they're not made of concrete. This game, man, again, we were lucky not to pick up damage there. We did have a fair bit to do at the end of stage 1, but it wasn't the complete end of the world. This car, though, I'll give it credit, seems to be built pretty tough, unlike the Audi Quattro we drove last time round, but just those little annoying things. Like, in what world would a rally car heading towards that 100 miles an hour not flatten it? Down one too many gears. I'd rather not do a number on the gearbox if I can avoid it. Proceeds then to immediately do the same thing once more, but building up a little bit of speed. Oh, we're doing some... Oh no! What on earth? How on earth did it break free like that? It's front wheel drive. Oh no, these are 4-wheel drive, aren't they, I think? But they feel very front bias normally. Don't know how it broke free there on me. It's 4 seconds back now. Come on. It's got to be better than this. I know I can be quick down towards the bottom, though. Definitely got a little bit of damage on the car, though. Yeah, that section, I mean, all of this downhill run feels a bit like a luge, so just got to try and keep that in trouble. Yeah, for a four-wheel drive, it does feel very, very understeery. But let's hope we can try and find some time. Just that bump at the wrong spot. Come on, just keep the car pointing in the right direction. That's the only goal. Making a hash of this at the moment. But we are still somehow finding time. I'm not quite sure how it works, but I'm not going to complain. See, only 5 gears in this car. 170 clicks though. 8 seconds up. That sector never made any sense to me. Obviously, when we're used to this career mode, seems like the AI have not been improved. Remember, obviously, this was where I took my first ever rally, WRC rally victory as well. So happy memories here in Croatia. So let's try and get towards the end of the stage, though. Yeah, we are building up a healthy margin now. Fast section. Try and break about there. Maybe a little bit too early, to be honest, but I'd rather be too early than too late, I guess. Oh, come on. That corner always catches me out just a little bit. But, yeah, we've just got to be careful through the final corner. Because it is a lethal one, and we've got a bit of a lead, so we will just brake. Not worth the risk on the way in. 175 clicks. Nice and tidy on the way through. You know, sometimes you've got to be composed. And look at that, it's paid dividends. 8 seconds clear. Oh! Didn't hit a marshal. Did not hit a marshal at the end of that. But 445
Fantastic stuff. Some absolutely on-the-edge driving has paid off for this crew as they climb the event table.
There we go. That should put us then to the top of the board. 6 seconds clear of Jurgensen then come the end of stage 2. It is definitely just myself versus the Estonian, but can he trade the blow back the other way in stage 3? Yeah, we've got to think about the money that it costs, obviously, to keep fixing all these parts on the car. But yeah, this one then, another interesting section of asphalt. Hopefully we can keep it tidy. This one, again, is another high-risk, high-reward section of road. You can make up a lot of time, but I often don't. There's a couple of horrible blind corners and things like that on the way through. And, of course, now we've got no benchmark. As we are now fastest on the board. Every stage is updated. Whoa! Stage 1 is just championship order. Hello, where are you going? Come on, we're trying to stay on the road car. That'll definitely put us a couple of seconds down through the first section. Yeah, that was just a... I get it. Almost it's handling like a rear-wheel drive at the moment. It's not working for us.
50, late, 1 left, 30. 3 right, very long, tightens, 50.
Come on, we've got to be better than this.
Late, 2 left, long.
It almost handles like a classic rear-wheel drive on this game. Just that constant, impossible to manage oversteer.
70, caution, left of the crest, and 4 right, long, tightens, and slight right, long, 60. 6 left, 50. 5 right of the crest, slowing, 60. 1 left, opens very long.
Come on.
And 6 left, long, 40. 6 right, tightens. 5 left of the crest, bump, 100. 4 right, long, 40. 3 left,
It's
opens.
so tricky to try and manage this.
Long, 50. 4 right, long, 100.
No! Way too optimistic again. That has been just my tagline for this rally so far, and well, no surprise there that we pick up some damage. The problem is how much time they're going to lose to Jurgensen. At least, I guess, most likely we'll get to chase his time through that final stage. Come on, we've got to drive better than this. Like I said, this stage very rarely goes well for me. Just here, though, even the front tyre is struggling. Can't really do anything. 3. Oh, but not even halfway there yet. This car looks more like it's done Dakar than a tarmac rally. It's how much the front's lock. That's the problem I've got. Just the fronts have no feel over what they're doing. Okay, so we've got a bit of a blast through the hairpins. That's okay then.
5 right, long, tightens 3 at junction 50. 4 right short, into 6 left, slowing 50, 6 right, and hairpin left, opens and tightens 40. 5 right, slowing 70. 5 left short, 3 right short, don't cut, and 5 left, 80.
No.
2 right, tightens 80. 1 right, half long. And 5 right, tightens. And slight left, tightens hairpin. 30, slight right.
Oh no, come on.
Into 3 left, tightens. 30, 2 right, opens. 90. 4 left, 50.
Making far too many errors, man. If we're within about 15 seconds of Jurgensen by the end of this, I'll be pretty happy.
6 left,
This stage has just been terrible.
and 4 left, 70. 5 right short, don't cut, 70, slowing, slight right, very long, 50. 4 left short, narrows, and open hairpin right. And 5 right, 70.
Oh, come on. Stay in a straight line, car. It's not that difficult.
Tightens 4,
That's it. It feels almost like it's got the worst of both worlds. It's got the worst aspects of a front-wheel drive and the worst aspects of a rear-wheel drive. I've never known anything like it on this game. It didn't even feel this bad in Sweden.
slowing, 5 right short, 40, 4 right short, and hairpin left, 50.
Come on.
Left short,
There we go.
120.
But we're almost at the end then at stage 3. We'll have a look at kind of how badly we've lost out. My guess is probably about 15 seconds or so, to be honest, with the way I've done on this one. Come on. What? How is that a 5-second reset penalty? I was still on the road. What on earth is that? That's cost us bags more at the end. 5:31 through that stage. I'm not sure I want to look at the damage report at the end of that. How big is the gap going to be? Oh, man, I don't want to look.
I'm not sure whether there's been an incident somewhere on this stage, but sadly, this crew look to have dropped some time and subsequently their position in the standings.
Well, we only would have been about 12 seconds back had we not had that reset right at the end. Obviously, not only did it stop us, but it also meant that we obviously got the 5-second penalty as well. But Jurgensen then, what's the gap with one stage to go? 13 seconds we need to find. We're barely ahead of Gill now in P3. We still should be safe for a podium, but we're just going to need to absolutely nail this final section. Okay, clearly the game wanted to cut off Molly Pettit there right at the end of her comms, but we need to find 13 seconds on this final run. It is a 13-kilometer stage, and again, we've got no reference marker. Why have I not got a reference marker anymore? That's really odd. So I guess we're just going to try and drive as fast as we can. We've got soft compound tyres back on. We've also opted to remove the spare. So I believe we've got a little bit of kind of over the top of the hill, and then we've got all of the hairpins again, I think. I could be wrong though. Can't quite remember. How does it rotate round like that? I wouldn't expect a Formula 1 car to have that much front end. But apparently this thing does. Come on. problem is, I think genuinely if we do quite well here, we could find that time.
Very long.
But I'm going to have to basically channel my inner Colin McRae. Win it or bin it is going to be the goal.
40.
But win it is going to be the goal, not bin it.
30.
Bin it might just be the outcome.
Two right,
But we'll wait and
don't
see.
cut, 70.
Especially if I do little bits like that. And you just never know what those trees are going to do.
Two left, opens long, 80.
Like I said, I got no idea even what... Oh, no. What times the AI could manage there. I was lucky to bounce off that tree the way we did.
50. 6 right.
I don't think we are going the way I wanted to, though. I think we're actually doing
Half long.
an extended version of Stage 2. Which is a bit of a worry.
Crest,
Because I definitely don't know this section as well, but
6 left, 30.
way
Left short,
out of
30.
control at the
Three
moment.
right, cut, opens, 80.
Come on, little car.
6 right to the crest, opens very long, 100. Slow.
I mean, if we don't win this, we basically need to win the last 3 events
3 right,
in
100.
the JWRC if we want the championship. Unless our rival, well,
Left, very long, tightens.
makes an error somewhere else.
And 4
Come on, big speed, big speed.
And late, hairpin left. And 5 left, long, 50.
For a tarmac rally, we seem to spend a lot of time not on tarmac, which is my own doing, but
6
still.
right, long,
Just an
70.
observation from me.
Slight right, slowing, 80. Late 3 left, long, opens and tightens.
Thing is, though,
60.
obviously, if we have got that section down towards the bottom, there is definitely free time to be had.
3
Like, the
right,
AI are always just slow through there, I don't know why.
brake.
So it might be a little bit of a cheesy way, if we can win. But a win would be a win. I would take it. Not driving like that, though. Right up on 2 wheels.
40, 4 right, don't
I feel like I'm doing something more out of Mad Max
into 5
than
left,
a World Rally
half long.
event.
Into 4 right, don't cut, and 5 right, 50. Slowing, 6 left of the crest, 30. Caution,
avoid
3
that.
right, tighten square, 30. Left of the crest, 40.
Come on, little car.
4 left, half long, don't cut.
we should know where we're going.
40, 6 right, 6 left, 80. Slowing, 5 right, tighten.
You know where a couple of the horrible corners are?
Half long, 90.
How is it even breaking loose there?
5 right, tightens, and 3 left, don't cut, 30, right of a crest, 120, slow,
I mean, how many times have I done that on this stage? Just ran wide off the exit of the corner.
6, and 4 left, 80, 6
Avoid
left,
that.
half long,
Perfect. How much does this car want
right
to
short,
slide
60,
around?
4 right, opens, 100,
I don't know if anyone
3 right of a crest,
is an
half
expert
long,
or lives
80,
near in Croatia, but what is that flying saucer thing
4 right,
on the outside?
tightens,
Like, I know obviously it's a building,
4 left,
but what is it a
half
building
long,
for?
30,
Is it just obviously to monitor weather or something? Or meteorology? Or what's going on? Or is it a flying saucer that landed there on the top of a smaller building?
long,
Someone tell me down in the comments, please. I'd love to know.
70, late, 3 left short,
Don't know if many Croatians watch this channel, but there we are.
brake, 5
Come on.
right, 30, 4 left short, tightens, and slight right, 80,
Uh,
4 right, long,
uh.
tightens, 3, long, and 5 left,
Oh,
long,
ah! Ow. That was bad.
tightens 1, keep in, and slight right, 90, 3 right, long, into 6 right, and late 4 left, tightens, into 3 right short, and 2 left, tightens, 50,
Yeah, just sliding this thing around at the moment, man.
slight left short, 60, slowing, 6 right to the crest, long, and crest, 60, open hairpin left,
Hate to think what the tyres look like coming into this. Oh, I genuinely lost grip on the steering wheel then. That was bad.
3 right, 60,
So I just wasn't steering as much as I needed to be.
4 right short,
I wouldn't even blame the car for that
3
one.
left short, 60, 5 left,
We
keep
just
in,
ping ourselves off the Armcos.
4 right, and 3 left,
This has got to be the
30,
section where we
2 right
find
short,
time.
60, 5 left, tightens, 80,
Come on, little
slight
car.
left short, 180, slowing, 6 left, very long, tightens 3, 40. 3 right, half long, 90.
Problem is, I can't try and save the slides too early either, otherwise the car just wants to spin around the other way.
2 right short, 50, 2 left short, 30.
Genuinely lost as to how I need to handle this car at the moment.
4 left, opens, 30, 4 left, 40, slight right, crest.
Well, I had to keep your foot in, like I said, but I think that's going to be GG's.
Into 6 left.
Rad damage once again. 1 more split to go, though. Oh, we just got to keep flying along as best as we can, but that's the section where we have to try and find the time. And by doing that, I certainly won't have. Know roughly where we can break that time round. That was better. Come on.
4 left, short of the crest, 90. Slight right, extra.
Come on. We'll send it through this time round. Obviously, we don't need to worry about the car after that. We'll take the damage, whatever it is. Down in towards fun, a couple of corners then. Here from Croatia. I don't think it's going to be enough, but we'll hope. I could have taken that flat out anyway, apparently. I've run over the marshals, only lightly. 6:58. We need 13 seconds, let's not forget. I don't think we're going to do it. I'll be honest.
And with that run, this cruise event comes to an end. Let's have a look at the table now to see how they fared.
Well, we definitely made a few mistakes throughout that one, but honestly, even if I'd gone quicker than Jurgensen, I don't think we really would have deserved it there. He was definitely the quicker driver throughout the event. But we do hang on to our P2, so I guess we can be pretty happy with that one there. He gets the bonus points as well, obviously quickest on 3 of the 4 stages throughout the event. We do get 1 bonus point though, so what is that going to do to our championship standings?
There will be celebrations all round for these 3 crews. Fantastic driving from all involved, and it bags each of them a spot on this event podium. From 1st to 3rd, we have Jurgensen, Mr. Monty, and Gil. Well, all that is left now is to thank you for staying with us throughout this event. But let's be honest, it would have been impossible to tear yourself away. Such was the drama and skill on display. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time round.
Well, there we are then. Jurgensen extends his lead at the top of the table. We are now tied for P3. Tied for P2 even with Gil, I should say, but 22 points back with 3 rounds to go. That is going to require a big overhaul in the second half of the championship. Dominguez still just behind us ahead of Borodin, Bulashia? I don't really know. Rensene, Kelly, Balosh, Mayor, I don't know. I'm terrible with the names on this game. A lot of people, though, have scored points so far this season. Thank you all so much for watching, though. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure to leave a like, get yourself subscribed, and we'll be back very soon. I would assume in Italia, Sardinia, but we could be rallying somewhere completely different. That's just the fun of EA WRC.